Good morning, happy Saturday. We are back here at the German gymnasium to celebrate my newfound Germanity.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Good afternoon. It is Sunday, we're in Archway, Toby Archway Tavern, and we're going out for brunch again, only very different this time. So, we're just people at brunch now, it would seem. That's all we do. The weather, as you can see, is very windy and grey and quite exciting. Very windy still. Good morning. That's a lie already. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. So as you saw, it was a weekend of brunches. First of all, my Germanification meal at the German gymnasium, which was excellent, and we managed to drag out to 4 hours, which is very impressive, seeing as you have a 2-hour booking. That was very nice and good fun, and a little bit of family history essentially. And then yesterday we were up at Archway for Kristal's dad's cousin's place, where we had another brunch of a different type. And that place, and I would have filmed inside, except I'm now very careful about filming public music performances, and they had a live musician there, and it's just a copyright thing more than anything, but I just don't really want the fuss. He was very good, and it's a very sort of lively place. It was absolutely full. They had to make space for us, and we had a lovely brunchy breakfast, and then came home, and yesterday afternoon we just sort of caught up with all the sporting events we'd missed. Watched the end of the Tour de France, watched the Hungarian Grand Prix, and so tried to take it easy a bit. So now I've done the most boring shopping in the world, buying some onions, trying to pretend to be French, what with the name and everything. I'm now heading back to finish a project I should have finished days ago, but it completely ran out of inspiration. So yeah, it was a nice weekend, although the weather was grey and wet and windy, a bit like it is at the moment, which frankly everything needs. Probably a bit more rain wouldn't go amiss, but essentially now it's returned to what you might call normal British summer, so it's 25 degrees and cloudy, which is a bit of a relief after last week. But by the end of the week we'll be back to 29 and sunny, so gotta make the most of it while it lasts. Never thought I'd be saying that in this country, but gotta make most of the cooler weather. I've come into Kew Gardens because I was having a bad people day, and by that I meant humanity sucks and I'd had enough of them, so I decided that this is the best place to come. Although school holidays is not ideal, there's always places you can find where there aren't people. So I've finished my video, I think, mostly, and now I'm just going to go for a wander and take some snaps. It's in the grounds of Cambridge Cottage, which has got a real patchwork ground at the moment because some bits is sheltered from the sun and other bits aren't. The flowers still look pretty healthy, and it's always a nice place to come back to. You may or may not remember, back in the spring I came here because they'd planted a load of new fruit trees which were in blossom. These are there's loads of them, and a lot of it was cordoned off, but it's a sort of combination of fruit trees and sort of acers and those kind of things, sort of shrubs. So they planted it in a sort of light bulb shape up from the path all the way around this massive what tree is that? It's like a tulip tree. It's enormous. Can't be. It's far too big. It is! Oh my god, it is a tulip tree. Nuts. Crazy. Anyway, they planted them all the way around this tulip tree. So this little sort of gathering at the end, it's quite remarkable, but nobody really comes into here because it's kind of off the paths. It's another tulip tree. How interesting. Yeah, they look really nice, and come next spring again when they've bedded in a bit and all the blossoms come out, it'll look amazing. Quite looking forward to that. Good morning. It's Tuesday, and I'm going to try and have a more positive day today. I've got one thing to finish, and then the world is my oyster. And what shall I do with that oyster? Other than probably comb my hair because it looks like a mess. Might go up the pagoda. I might buy some new glasses. I might take in the world. There was a massive thunderstorm last night and huge rainstorm, and it's actually cleared the air a bit. So it wasn't warm yesterday, but it was still quite muggy. So hopefully it'll be nice today. Say good morning, fat squirrel. No, nothing. You're quite chubby. What have you been eating? Right, I've definitely finished the video now. It's 3 o'clock. I say definitely. Yeah, I'm sending it. It's done. Anyway, I haven't done this in a while. What am I wearing today? Let's have a look at my watch. It is my white System 51, which is the first automatic Swatch watch I bought in Switzerland in 2013. I'm very, very fond of it still, and I very much enjoy putting it back on because it reminds me of how exciting it was to buy the watch in the first place. That might sound silly, but it was a real moment and probably the point where this watch collecting blog went horribly wrong. I'm going to go for a bit of a walk outside. Oh, Louis making friends out there, as you can see, wherever he goes. Multi-cat. I'm going to go for a bit of a walk, maybe go up the pagoda, get some new glasses, all that kind of stuff. So I've come for a walk, do my steps, and I'm hoping I might get up the pagoda. It's a bit 50-50 to be honest, depends if there's spaces and what have you. And if not, I'm just going to go straight to Richmond and buy some glasses, because I know how to have fun. It's George's dad's mother. And that's the man that built it. He went to China, learn about pagodas and came back to build it in 1761. It took about a year. This is his little mission of him going off to China. National Day, which, as I'll show you in a moment, is why I'm wearing very Swiss things, i.e. red, like so. I'm also wearing my Swiss watch that's very Swiss. It's basically just a Swiss flag. So to celebrate that, we're going to try and have a Swiss-ish meal tonight, which will involve, you know, sausages and rösti and possibly Swiss chard or something. That's why I'm going to M&S, basically, to try and buy some Swiss things to go fully Swiss, because, you know, we've been back now sort of 10 days and it's difficult, suffering from severe withdrawal, and I've only got 2 holidays booked. Can't really complain, can I? I'm doing a bit of a round walk because I've been sedentary all day. Finally finished the holiday vlog. It is a monster, I warn you now. It is nearly a full hour. It's about 55.5 minutes. But it's very nice. It gives a good flavour of what Switzerland is all about. I've picked my own. It's a blackberry. We're now going to find out how delicious it is. Let's see. Okay, still a bit sour. Very pleasant though. I haven't had a blackberry for ages. Not bad. Needs a couple more weeks. Busy on the boat. lovely. When I was looking at the footage from Lugano, looking at the light bouncing off their lake surface, it looked amazing. Looks pretty good in the Thames, except I don't want to swim in the Thames, but still, it's one of those summer scenes. Carrying on my walk, doing a bit of admin on the way, sending invoices, organising my social diary. It is important to get out of the house now and again, whatever the weather, and just clear your mind a bit. It allows you to sort of focus on things that aren't work. It's very healthy and I feel better already. Plus I haven't been down here in a while, so I just want to see how the boardwalk looks. It's nice and shaded. Good evening, it's Thursday, and today's walk is a bit late because I've had a bit of a leisurely day, to be honest, and then I went back to a video that I haven't done anything on in ages and made some progress, so that was something. It's very warm today, it's going to be very warm tomorrow, but I'm escaping to the north where it's never warm. I'm going to Wilmslow, which is near Manchester, to film a man and his car, boat, train, plane collection. As odd as that sounds, I'm sure it'll be even odder in person. So luckily I won't have to wear shorts at work, because that's always a bit weird. You turn up, you're the video guy and you're looking so cash, because it'll be a bit cooler up there. Then the work kind of starts in earnest, because then all Monday to Thursday the following week I am doing more of these language videos, which I did so many of a couple of months ago. In fact, they still want changes, so that's driving me up the wall slightly, but then we'll get all those wrapped next week. And then a week tomorrow I'm going wine tasting with Alex in Surrey. So my walk today is to go to Waitrose to buy myself some dinner, because Kristal's out for the evening. So it's pretty much the most middle class walk you can imagine, but it still counts, and it's still hot and it's still nice out, so I'll take any walk at this point. So today my watch of choice is the face and the buckle and the loop from a Black Rebel swatch, and the strap from a White Rebel, so I'm calling it a Pand Rebel because it's like a panda. Made it myself, quite like it. There's people jumping in the river. Having said only a couple of days ago I don't swim in the river, I'm a little jealous. It's quite dangerous if you get away from the sides, especially when the tide is in full flow. There's plenty of things to get caught on, but it's a hot summer's day, and you know, there's only two things I really want to do this evening. One of them, it turns out, is jump in the river. The other one, to have a beer on the balcony. I think I can achieve one of those. Confusingly, it appears that today was another flying ant day. It's confusing on a number of levels. One, it's August, it's far too late. Secondly, it's obviously been hot for ages, and that's usually the trigger. And thirdly, I'm pretty sure we had one, so most of the ants have already flown. So there must just be a couple of nests that have been very sleepy. Speaking of very sleepy, here's Louis. Hey Louis. Good afternoon. I'm in Wilmslow, as I think I mentioned the other day. It's actually about 4 o'clock and I'm about to leave Wilmslow and go back home. Today has been truly fascinating. My one regret is that despite having filmed everything, there's nothing I can show you, because that's what I've agreed to. But suffice to say, I've seen some quite amazing cars and an even more amazing house. This is a part of Cheshire that's probably better known for having a lot of rich footballers live in, but there are some amazing places, and the place we visited today has got an original 12th century building with some 15th century add-ons, and then some modern add-ons, but all in keeping with the original character of the place. And then it has 2 or 3 different outbuildings that have all been converted. Truly one of the most beautiful homes, probably the most beautiful home I've ever been into. I can't think of anything that competes. And the car collection is equally ridiculous. I've seen Michael Schumacher's, one of his Ferraris. I've seen one of David Coulthard's old McLarens. I've seen one of Fangio's Maseratis. I've seen a Bugatti Veyron. I've seen a handful of other Ferraris, including a LaFerrari. I've seen more Aston Martins than you'll see in your lifetime. A Rolls Royce from the about 100 years ago, yes, 1918. Actually, no, pre-war, 1913. I have seen some amazing old British cars and all sorts. And you're just looking at Wilmslow Station, and for that, I'm sorry. Maybe at some point, I might be able to show you some of this footage. But suffice to say, it's the most ridiculous car collection and plane collection, including a Spitfire, several Spitfire engines, a Messerschmitt, a Harrier jump jet, a Tornado. It's just it beggars belief. It's been a 6-hour round trip today, but it has been fascinating. It is Friday night and we might go out for dinner. Before we get to that point, I need to do a word of the week. Today's word of the week is going to be train, because I've been on one for 6 hours, or several actually, 6 different trains. And also, the guy whose place we're filming, he has a train as well. Of course he does. So this week's word of the week is train. So first of all, in German, train is der Zug. Der Zug. That is train in German, nice and straightforward, that one. And in Italian, train is also masculine. It is il treno. Il treno. So that is train in Italian and German. And that was this week's word of the week.
Toby Stupid Vlog.